Okay. All right, my friends. Yes. This is Political Point Magazine. And we shall get this thing started. All right. Just one moment here. I get all my papers set here. All right, here we go. My friends, welcome. Welcome to another NR episode of Political Point Magazine. Yes. You are watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? That's right. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Oh my goodness, my friends. Yes. Egypt is in shambles. Friends, already there have been several hundred people killed in the crumbling country. And the administration calls for calm. But Obama is displaying signs that he is definitely out of touch. Alright? This, my friends, is the absolute shocker. Okay? What to do about Egypt? Should we cut the funding? The aid, since it was a military coup? We shall talk about that. And also, Jesse Jackson Jr. Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about that, my friends, because this. He gets sentenced to 3 years in prison, in jail. Yeah, well, I think it's prison, yeah. And his wife gets 2 years for accomplishing. But apparently we will talk more on that, okay, in a campaign scam. All right? And also now, the country is still more conservative than liberal. We will talk about that. And also, the New York Post and the New York Daily News have an endorsement. But take a guess who they're endorsing. Here's a hint. It's not Eliot Spitzer. All right. We will talk about that. And everything else, we will take to the calls and talk to you, the viewer. But welcome, my friends, to another edition of Political Point Magazine. I am your humble host, humble correspondent, William Mitro. Welcome, my friends. I thank you for watching Political Point. And here we are. Now, my friends, we are in the midst now, all right, and so it may seem that Egypt now has a little conflict, all right. That's right. Okay, so Egypt is in shambles, and it's not for the faint of heart, my friends, because this is now it's coming apart, and as we have seen here, as Egypt now, Okay, the Muslim Brotherhood is now being picked off by the military there, um, but as we see Egypt go in shambles, um, and you can all get the big picture here. Now, this all stems from the military coup, which happened. Okay, but Egypt now, my friends, is in shambles. Okay, and it stems from the military coup. Okay, and now literally hundreds of Egyptians are killed in government raids, and an emergency is declared in Egypt. All right, and as sanct- sectum sectuarium sectarian violence is spreads. Okay, and now Sharia law is also imposed in there, and it's all, some people are, you know, some people are even stemming to try to get Morsi back in the political arena here, which I think is just totally disastrous. All right, and it's it's all coming apart, my friends, and it's and our our President Obama took all of 6 minutes to address this. Okay, and only 6 minutes. All right, 6 minutes to address this. All right, it's all coming apart here. Okay, we know that, and in several this is all coming apart. You see, it's not it's not it's not what you would expect coming from this. And I and now I seriously think we should cut the funding to Egypt. I seriously think we should. Okay, because Egypt is in shambles here. All right, the administration is expressing calm and everything. All right, but I want to show you. I want to get into this because I want to show you what our president said on this. Okay, before while he was out on vacation, mind you, August is the month where Congress and our public officials go on vacation, right? All right, so nothing really is getting done here. Okay, but you see that that we haven't accomplished much in the way of our foreign policy, our foreign relations, and especially in the case of Egypt here, this, my friends, is coming apart. Okay, didn't isn't this the president here? Okay, now the now you listen to the president here. All right, and he spent all of 6 minutes addressing the issue, but he even took time to yeah, he displayed signs of that he was definitely out of touch, okay, on this issue, especially when he compared it to when he compared Egypt to when he compared Egypt to America. Yeah, take a listen to this.
Compare Egypt.
Yeah, take a listen to this.
America. Oh, really? What?
We recognize that change takes time, and that a process like this is never guaranteed. There are examples in recent history of countries that are transitioned out of a military government towards a democratic government, and it did not always go in a straight line, and the process was not always smooth. There are going to be false starts. There will be difficult days. America's democratic journey took us through some mighty struggles to perfect our union.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I think the president here is out of touch. I mean, comparing Egypt to America and America's struggles? Excuse me, Mr. President. Now, even further evidence that shows that the president is out of touch. After he made that statement, he guess where he was seen? Oh, he was out playing golf. Oh, vacationing in Martha's Vineyard. Hello. Yeah, that's right. Our commander-in-chief, okay, is out vacationing when everybody else is suffering out there, okay? And it just goes to show you that this is the tip of the iceberg here, all right? And you know, and not too many people are happy with the president, okay? Mind you, his approval rating on the economy has shot down way down, all right? Has shot way down, all right? And let me show you these numbers, okay? All right? It's very dismal, all right? It's very dismal. Take a look at these numbers here. So you see here, it's 35% approval rating on the economy. Okay, 35% approval rating on the economy, and 62% disapproval rating. Take a look. Okay, that's according to Gallup. Okay, now on our foreign policy around the world. Okay, our foreign policy around the world. Take a look at these numbers. Are even more dismal. Okay, the president has a 40% approval rating on foreign policy, foreign affairs, and a 53% disapproval rating. Take a look. So while the president vacations on Martha's Vineyard and and clearly displays that he is so out of touch with the rest of the country and the rest of the world, it doesn't seem to me like I think we need to cut the aid, cut the funding, okay, and really cut the crap, all right, because this is just ridiculous, okay. This is just ridiculous, all right. We need to cut the aid, cut the funding to this horrid, all right, this horrid situation, you know, that we find ourselves in, all right. It's not working out well, all right, and we need to do something. I mean, we just need. And while the administration expresses calm in all of this, all right, I stress that we are on the verge, you know, of maybe, you know, I think it was a good thing that the military took over, but there's mixed messages, okay, coming out of this, all right, and it's clear to me that we are not really in the situation here where okay, and I want to show you what Secretary of State John Kerry said on this. The administration expresses calm on the situation here. All right, and here are some of the statements. He said that this situation is deplorable.
Inclusion and genuine democracy. Egyptians inside and outside of the government need to take a step back. They need to calm the situation and avoid further loss of life. We also strongly oppose a return to a state of emergency law, and we call on the government to respect basic human rights, including freedom of peaceful assembly and due process under the law. And we believe that the state of emergency should end as soon as possible.
Really? I don't know if everybody shares that thing, but you know, it is noble to say all those things, but in the situation of in the situation of Egypt, where this administration, the Obama administration, okay, twice now supported a dictatorish regime, okay. First, starting off with Hosni Mubarak, okay. When Hosni Mubarak was before Hosni Mubarak was thrown out. The administration, you saw Joe Biden, Vice President Joe Biden, out there saying that, oh, I wouldn't call Mubarak a dictator. No, he's done a lot of good for the country. Okay, yeah. So they supported Mubarak. They supported Mubarak before he was overthrown. All right, and then same with the Arab Spring. They supported the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, they supported this you know, and while Mohammed Morsi became president, got democratically elected in Egypt. As he got elected, the administration, Obama, came out and said, "Oh, what a sigh of relief! We have an Egyptian president whose organization is actually a terrorist network involved in terrorism, and now our relations with Israel are not that good." All right, because of that, and you know, it's just shocking the way anybody would just I can't see I don't see things going well here. Okay, the administration needs to wise up here. All right, and get in touch with history here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, with our relations now going out of control, it's not. You know, I think the U.S. needs to cut the funding, cut the aid to Egypt. All right. Now, like I said before, there's mixed messages on this. Okay, because both sides are disagreeing on this. Okay, there's some Republicans out there like Peter King, who are saying, no, we need to get in touch with the military over there and improve our relations with the military over there. So, you know, so he's erring on the side that you know, is kind of less traveled here. All right, but let me talk about something else here that has come up in the news. And oh my gosh, with all the scandals coming up here, all right, all right, you know Jesse Jackson Jr.? Well, take a look at this, my friends. Jesse Jackson Jr., who is the son of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, all right, got in trouble for using campaign contributions to buy junkets and stuff like that, and he got sentenced to 3 years in prison because, according to the election rules, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So this was what Jesse Jackson, the father, said about this was his response, his reaction to his son's sentence. Okay, take a look at this.
Talk more about it in days to come, but I think oftentimes, Clarence, we objectify political public figures, and it's if you were bleeding, you could get a bandage. If you were break a leg, you get a splint. But if it's mental or emotional, it's less discernible, and you have these highs and lows unless you really take the time. I would say, lastly, what occurred to me one day, Santita called, said, "Dad, you should go and see about Jesse." Well, I had just talked with him, and I said, he'll be all right, whatever it is. I'll talk to him. His mom went to see him since she was in Washington, and they walked in the park, and he began to cry. And she said, "You must go and see him quickly." And I did, along with Yusef, flew down to Washington. And I said, let's go to the hospital right now. There was a surrender. There was no fight back. So I knew something was terribly different. So at the hospital here for 2 days, and then to down in Arizona for more observation. Then the Mayo with the detected bipolar. And I think it became most graphic to me was when I called one day and said, there's a great yearning at the Billiken Day Parade for you to be here. They really missed you. He said, do they really miss me? I said, yes. Then he began to cry and said, but I think I let them down. It was just highs and lows. This is a distressful condition. I hope to learn more about bipolar because I met so many people since we've been on this journey on the airplane in downtown. My brother's bipolar, my father's bipolar. And I think what hit me in Arizona and in Minnesota was the only African-American person there, which means that many people who have it have no capacity to get diagnosis or to get treatment, but its potential to affect behavior is devastating. I'm glad that the judge, in her own way, took it into account. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. Glad that the judge. Wait. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Now, what's he talking about? You know, he's talking about his son Jesse Jackson Jr. has bipolar, and that was part of the reason why he got mixed up with this scandal of buying junkets with campaign funds. Am I to understand this straight? He's blaming bipolar for his son's actions? This I don't get that. I really don't get that. I mean, this guy, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going through the Reverend's head, but this guy, his son now is sentenced to 3 years in prison for violating the law, violating the campaign laws, the campaign reform laws, and he goes on national television and speaks about bipolar. Reverend Jackson, are you all right there in the head there? I don't think something's clicking. I think you need to be checked. Really. I mean, but anyhow, my friends, okay, with all this scandal going on, all right, guess what? Okay, speaking of scandals, okay, we're gonna move right on into this, okay, because I want to talk about this, okay. Now the New York Daily News and the New York Daily News and the New York Post, mind you, all right, both of them, okay, the New York Daily News and the Post have made an announcement, all right, that they have announced who they are endorsing for New York Comptroller, all right, yeah, and take a guess who. Okay, it's not Eliot Spitzer, all right, yep, they both are endorsing, okay, his opponent, which is a Democrat president of the Federal Bureau, Stringer, okay, yeah, on this, okay, I want to show you this, okay, the Daily News, okay, right here, all right, and as we get into this, okay, now the Daily News noted that Spitzer is not only a hot prostitute loving politician, but he's also a liar. Okay, the Daily News right here said he's not fit for office. All right, and they cite. Let me read some of the interview. Okay, between the editor of the Daily News and Spitzer. All right, and it says here the and he notes. Okay, so the interview started off. Okay, with Spitzer. So the journalist Brownie. Okay, the editor of the Daily News. He cites like this. He says, is every liaison, okay. Now he says Brownie asked several questions to Spitzer and didn't get straight answers. Okay, he didn't get straight answers. But one of them was is every liaison in the federal document. They were talking about the federal investigation into Spitzer's prostitution ring. Okay, and Spitzer said every single one, yes. And then Brownie asks every single one. Spitzer says yes. Brownie says every single one. Spitzer says yes. Okay. Then following Spitzer's resignation, okay, unverified published reports placed his spending on prostitutes at upwards of to $100,000. Okay, getting a fix on the correct number is a step toward judging whether he knowingly helped the Emperor's Club, which was the prostitution organization, okay, conceal income by wiring funds into secret bank accounts. Okay, it read the next transcript, secure in knowing that the federal complaint mentions only $4,300 that Spitzer paid in cash in the Washington hotel room. Okay, now Brownie asks how much money was involved. Okay, Spitzer says that was set out in the document. See, Spitzer dilly-dallied and said that everything that Brownie was asking him about, the prostitution ring and everything, was already investigated and already looked into, and everybody knows all about it. But Brownie kept on pressing, and Spitzer kept on saying that he wasn't going to divulge too much more because he claims that everything was in the federal document, okay, which it wasn't. Now I want to get to the most powerful points of the interview, okay, in which Brownie asks, so all of your payments were in cash. Spitzer says that's correct. Spitzer then was reminded that the banking report, known as a suspicious activity report or SARS report, had flagged that he had made at least one suspicious wire transfer to the secret account. Okay, Spitzer then says that was not a payment. First of all, I'm not sure if that was what brought it to light. Brownie then asks, it's been widely reported that the bank reported suspicious transactions, and Garcia, who was the attorney general at the time, okay, the New York attorney at the time, um, has said that this, and because of that, and then Spitzer interrupts and says, no, that was one that was done internal to the bank, which I said to the person, this is not in the record. I said, is this proper? He said, it's proper. He then did a SARS filing, but the payments I made were in cash. Then Brownie presses, was there only one transaction then that tripped you up in terms of the banking relationship? Spitzer says, Arthur, I don't know what they saw. I could not know what they saw. I'm telling you, my payments were in cash. But then, finally Spitzer said, you can look at what's in the public record, and that is there. Now, if you want to ask more questions about the particulars of that, I'm simply not going to answer them. Okay, so so then, the article goes on to say that that Spitzer boldly did not tell the truth. Okay, his boldness in issuing misstatements was not the boldness of a liar who is trying to avoid getting caught at wrongdoing. It was the boldness of a man whose ego-driven character allows for forcefully denying reality while expecting the public to accept his word. Why? Because Eliot Spitzer is Eliot Spitzer. What's changed since he fled the governorship as unfit for service is that Eliot Spitzer is 5 years older. All right. Now, so now you see the picture here. Okay, Eliot Spitzer on one side and his opponent, okay, which is Scott Stringer, okay. They say that they're endorsing Scott Stringer for comptroller because Eliot Spitzer is just a bold-faced liar, and he has no morals. On top of that, Spitzer has other problems. Remember his book that he wrote? Okay, Eliot Spitzer's book about his so-called Sheriff of Wall Street days as a Manhattan prosecutor and state attorney general has been selling at a snail's pace. New Data says. Okay, protecting capitalism case by case has moved just 70 paperback copies since July 15th. Okay, 1 week after Spitzer declared his intention to enter the race for city comptroller. Yep. Now, that's the bigger problems. But now on to the Post. Okay, and here's the reasons why the Post now is supporting Eliot Spitzer, or supporting Scott Stringer. Okay, and let me show you this. Okay, all right. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. All right, so I want to zoom in here on the Post here. All right, and okay, shock it to Spitzer. Socket to Spitzer, it says. All right, and you see here the Post says, okay. Now, the Post says Spitzer came to office with an approval rating in the 70s, only to see the numbers completely flip in scarcely a year. Okay, it was entirely self-inflicted. His governorship read like a script for Fox's anger management, with Spitzer unable to get along with anyone, not Republicans, not Democrats, not even members of his own staff. Okay, now, he's seeking to be put in charge of the city's contracts and $140 billion in pension funds. It is a job that requires a working relationship with the mayor, the city council, and many stakeholders, not to mention the 58 trustees who are unlikely to react well to a steamroller. But once again, he's made clear that normal work of that office, say negotiating better management fees, are beneath him. Office is ripe for greater and more exciting use, he tweets. Translation: putting Spitzer in charge is like going away for the weekend and leaving your teenage son an open liquor cabinet and the keys to the Ferrari. Spitzer's in trouble. Okay. Yep. We would not trust Elliot The article goes on to say in the Post that we would not trust Elliot Spitzer to manage our 401ks, much less take our teenage daughter to the movies. So why should the city trust him with its entire pension fund if he uses the funds to target Wall Street and punish companies he doesn't like? The likelihood is that the fund's returns will suffer. And guess who is on the hook to make up the shortfall? You, Mr. and Mrs. Taxpayer. Yep. So there you have it, my friends. The New York Post and the Daily News both supporting Scott Stringer for comptroller, endorsing, and in the meantime here, the mother of the sexting mistress of Wiener says, "God help us if he becomes mayor." Oh my gosh, this is just trembling. All right, but anywho, okay, I want to show you something here. All right, so I want to get into a lot more, but before I get to the phone calls, okay, which we will have a lot of time to analyze here, okay, I wanted to stress something here, okay, that the U.S. now is more conservative than people think. It's more conservative. We still are a center-right nation. In fact, all right, let me show you this in the Herald Examiner. Charles Krauthammer wrote a column in there called "The Intelligent Case for Conservatism." All right, and in that he states that first of all, I think it is very clear from all the polls that we are and remain a center-right country. Okay, Gallup asks every few years for people to identify themselves ideologically. Okay, the numbers are quite stable. In 2001, it was 40% conservative, 21% liberal, and 36% moderate. All right. Now, then, in a very bad year for us, in 2012, there was a slight fluctuation, 38% conservative, 23% liberal, and 36% moderate. Okay, 38, 23, 36, a rather shapely number, easily remembered. But the fluctuation is 1 or 2 points. It's just 1 or 2 points, and you cannot govern a country indefinitely if you're a liberal in a country that is 80% non-liberal. You can win 2 elections in a row. I grant you that. So the thing here he's stressing is we are still more conservative than liberal in this country. Okay, and the moderates, okay, even though the moderate number, okay, the percentage of 36% that identify themselves as moderates, the independents, they normally side with the conservatives. Okay, most of the time. So, being that you add the 36 and 38 together, and you get close to 80% conservative, okay, in this country. All right, so conservatism is not dead. All right, and I highly doubt it will be. Okay, and so with that, my friends, I do want to get to the phone calls. All right, so with that, my friends, if you are paying attention, okay, it is 272-3835 is the number. All right, so if you have been paying attention, okay, let's have an intelligent conversation. 272-3835. What do you think of all this going on? All right, because we definitely need to stress things. Now, while I'm waiting for the phone calls, though, all right, I definitely want to stress something. Okay, now, lately I've been approached by people that have seen the show. All right, and they do pay attention to what I'm saying, and one person told me that I'm very good at pointing out the negatives and what our federal government is doing and the flaws and everything. Okay, but you're not saying what the difference is. All right, but anyhow, we have our caller. Okay, hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind? Hello. Hello. I guess you're not on the air. All right, my friends. All right, anyhow. Okay, 272-3835 is the number. If you have been paying attention, okay. Now, mind you, okay, so now this is what I think we can do better. I mean, we need to put our plan, okay, which we now know that we need to strengthen our security nationwide, okay, because Al-Qaeda is still on the rise, as I pointed out last week, okay, and the week before. All right, this is very, very crucial. Our economy is still in the tank. All right, my friends, and it's just getting out of control. All right, what's on your political mind?
This is me.
Hello. Yes. What's on your political mind? Yes.
Well,
all right.
I wanted to say, as far as security goes, for the country, I think that we should put prayer back in schools, because Almighty God is existing, and He's not protecting us anymore because we banished this prayer in schools. That's where security really starts, is with the family and with teaching children to pray to God, to fear God. A lot of people think that God is somebody you create as you go along, but that's not true. It's not by any means true. So here I am. I'm thankful that Collegetown Pizza up here in Collegetown for letting me use the phone. They turned the television on just for me. So tell everybody, come on up here and have a pizza.
Oh,
Okay?
well,
Thank you.
I say hi to everybody. All right. Thank you for your call. All right, my friends. But anyhow, all right. So we definitely need to improve. Security does start at home. All right, and you know the children are very important. All right, they are very important, and it is getting to the point where we need to look after them. All right, and take good care of them. All right, but anyhow, now this is very important. Okay, on the economy. Okay, we need to. Okay, like I said, I am pushing to abolish the IRS. All right, and we need a simpler tax code. So we need to abolish the IRS, eliminate all the taxes, and replace it with the fair tax. All right, the fair tax. It's that simple, my friends. It's that simple. All right, we are coming to a boiling point. All right, and it's it's very interesting. All right, but we need to generate revenue, and I have said that we did make some progress on the budget, but we need to make sure that progress continues. All right, so and then the other thing we need to do to help the economy is defund Obamacare. All right, because as I've said before, Obamacare is violating the Constitution with all its regulations and stuff, and it's just a disaster. It's a train wreck. All right, nobody understands Obamacare. Nobody does. All right, and I can't stress that enough. Okay, it's not working. Okay, the system is not working. People are going to lose their health care. Okay, through this program. Okay, and I can't stress that enough. All right. So, my friends, if you are paying attention, the economy is the most important issue that we are facing today. Okay. You're on political point. What's on your
Hello.
political mind?
Well,
Yes.
I just want to say, as far as the healthcare thing, well, I think that we better take care of the medical industry first, because they're taking in too much money as it is, and they're doing they're making a lot of mistakes at the expense of people, and so there should be a cap put upon them and their mistakes, so they'll have to pay, and I guarantee they'll stop making so many mistakes. And not only that, the medicines that they're prescribing a lot of them are just placebo things, and so I'm saying people are transferring their faith from Almighty God to the medical industry and to the so-called education department, right? But they're programming people with false propaganda to begin with, so nobody's got the truth on any level. And so people think that everybody can just depend upon common sense, but you can't depend upon common sense if you don't feed your common sense facts to start with. So everybody better start reading the Bible and checking to see whether these things are true that's written in the Bible. It's not a matter of if you like or agree with somebody else's opinion. There's facts are facts. When facts are presented, it's no longer a matter of opinion. And so now President Obama is in here. Well, I'll tell you, there was a time when it was said nobody in the United States ever thought we would ever have a president that we did not elect. Well, that happened right after JFK was assassinated. And so, there's a lot of things that come into play. The biblical things are going to be taking place whether we like it or not. And it's not a matter of how human beings control things. It's a matter of how human beings submit to the will of God. So I just wanted to say that and say, come on up to Collegetown Pizza and have a pizza with me. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Well, thank you for your call. All right. Now, who else is out there? Who's listening? Okay. Now, like I said before, the economy is the most important issue. And you talk about common sense, I think the whole Obamacare thing defies common sense. I mean, there is no logic and common sense in Obamacare. Okay? And I listed off all of the violations of the Constitution last week, and it just strikes me as odd that we haven't articulated what really needs to be done. All right, but first off, we need to defund Obamacare, okay, and just scratch it, just start all over, all right, because and then secondly, you need to take a look at what our healthcare system already is, all right, because right now Obamacare is not working. Is not working. That's the thing that's crucial. Okay, it's not working. Okay, it was working better before. Okay, when we had a system where you had improved relations between the patient and the doctor. All right, this is the crucial moment. So what we need to do, and it's been stressed already. Okay, it's been stressed already on the GOP side, the conservatives over there. Okay, especially Benjamin Carson stressed this. We need to implement what Bush did for healthcare. Okay, healthcare services was implement, and it's been implemented in Texas, but personal health savings accounts. That's what needs to be done. Personal health savings accounts. Okay, and some states already have this system. Okay, like Texas already has it. Okay, and it's a better system. But if you install personal health savings accounts, I mean, this my friends this solves everything. Okay, and it benefits you. Okay, because you'll be covered. That money is yours for your insurance. Okay, now the other problem with the Obamacare is millions of people will lose their health coverage that they already have, okay, through their employer. Okay, thus it will also kill jobs because it's too costly, okay, for anybody to maintain. Nobody's read the bill, okay, and so as a result of that, I mean, where's your common sense there? Okay? And this is another thing we need to do. Okay? We need to improve the approval and the workmanship of Congress. Okay? No more pushing through bills that you have not read. Okay? Before you even push a bill through, or before you even pass a bill, your legislation needs to be read. All right? So then you read the bill first and then put it up for a vote. All right? Thus, okay? Secondly, okay, in the legislative process here. Secondly, in the legislative process here, I want to stress that okay, you got to read the bill first, okay? Then put it up for a vote. Okay? And then see. But in all of this, okay, you need to make sure there's no pork barrel projects in the bill. Okay? Eliminate the pork barrel projects before you put it up for a vote. So, thus, read the bill first, eliminate the pork barrel projects, and then put it up for a vote. That's what needs to be done. If you do that, the approval rating of Congress will shoot up dramatically. And then the American people will see that Congress, our public elected officials, are actually doing their job, are actually doing something for their citizens. That, my friends, is what needs to be done. And on that note, okay, I want to bring it down to the last word of the night. All right? Okay? On that note, okay, because we're coming down to the wire here. And okay, the last word of the night, okay, which is, all right, okay, I want to bring this up, okay, but we are going to bring it into the last word of the night, okay. Now Ashton Kutcher, okay, actor, okay, had some very very good advice for everybody to succeed in life. And here's his advice. Take a look at this. Okay? All right. This is the last words of the night. All right. Okay. Take a look.
I believe that opportunity looks a lot like hard work. When I was 13, I had my first job with my dad carrying shingles up to the roof. And then I got a job washing dishes at a restaurant. And every job I had was a stepping stone to my next job. And I never quit my job until I had my next job. And so opportunities look a lot like work.
Very, very well said, my friend. And with that, my friends, okay, that is the last words of the night. Okay, thank you for watching Political Point magazine. Okay, follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2. And I'd like to send a shout out to a College Town Pizza over there and Casablanca Pizzeria. And you can also check out our website or watch us on YouTube and watch Political Point magazine on YouTube as well. All right. Thank you for watching Political Points, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Check us out on the web, facebook.com/PetePolitical, myspace.com/PoliticalPoint. Political Point, email us at politicalpoint@hotmail.com, mccarpet24@hotmail.com, and check out my website on the Lowry City Hall Examiner.